I had the opportunity to use my Stop the Bleed training a couple of weeks ago. I got a call from my neighbor, like, hey, what's up? But it was his wife on the phone, and I could hear the panic in her voice. My husband just fell from the ladder. Come quick, come quick. So I grabbed my jump bag out of my car, walked next door, and I found my neighbor laying on the floor in the garage. He told me that he had fallen from the ladder and that his chest hurt. So here I knew he was conscious alert and no major injuries. And I said, what's bothering you? He says, my chest hurts. And so the first thing I took the assessment is like, okay, he's 57 years old. Did he have a heart attack up there? But no, because then I did my head to toe survey, and below his right arm, there was a pool of blood, about a liter of blood. So I wanted to see where the blood was coming from on his body. So I lifted his arm. And as I lifted his arm, there was an artery shooting blood straight up in the air. Then the aha moment came. He's bleeding. Hey, I can stop the bleed. So I said to his wife, because we were right outside their kitchen, please grab me a kitchen towel so I can stop the bleed. So I used a kitchen towel, used direct pressure and elevation, and the bleeding did stop. And then the Roswell fire EMS showed up and took over. Just saw him last night. He was going to his second follow-up appointment to remove the stitches, and they were healing fine. And he was very grateful for me to be able to help him that day. If you can do something to stop the bleed, it's better than doing nothing, because you're making a difference in that person's life. I'm very thankful that the state of Georgia's Trauma Commission makes these Stop the Bleed kits readily available for schools and event facilities to make the difference in someone's life if the need arises. I believe that the incident that happened with my neighbor, even though I have years of experience in handling trauma and responding to medical calls, the training that I provided to lay people, they could have had the same skills. They see the bleed and they'll say to themselves, hey, I get to stop the bleed. So that's why they have the training. You can stop the bleed.
Frankly, I think it's a very important skill for all citizens to know. Every day, somebody could encounter a person that's been injured somehow, and they can go ahead and start providing care. They can bridge the gap between the time the 911 call is made to the point where first responders could get on the scene and start treatment. And in a short amount of time, you can teach them some skills that could potentially have a pretty significant impact. And I think a lot of people, they don't realize how much of an impact they can make with such little training.